Hello. Okay, so I was out in town and now I'm back, and I have this topic that I've been meaning to talk about. And every time I want to talk about this topic, I'll be like, maybe you're not the right person to have this conversation, or maybe this is not the right time to have this conversation. Like, it's always something coming up in my head. Do I need to talk about this or not? But today, I think it's time to talk about it. First, this video is dedicated to Black women in Europe, most especially Black women in the Nordics, most especially Black women in North Europe, most especially Black women in Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland. Okay? Like, why did I say most especially these places? Because these are the countries that I am very much familiar with than the rest of Europe. I am not so familiar with Italy, with Netherlands, even though I've been there, but I'm not so familiar with those countries. Welcome to Sweden, welcome to Norway, welcome to Denmark, welcome to Finland, dear Black beautiful woman. And I am so pleased every time I go out to do anything. I'm seeing Black women everywhere. It gives me joy. It gives me even more joy when I go to work and I'm seeing Black women doing mighty things, climbing the career ladder. Like, they don't know how much they inspire me. These women, they inspire me so much, in a good way. And because I see them there, I made up my mind not to give up. Because seeing them there, seeing how much they had to work to get there, people like, I don't want to mention names, like I have one who wrote books. Like, seeing these Black women doing great in this part of the world is an example, is a mantra for me not to ever give up. Dear Black women, I have written down something, so if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at what I wrote down. This is a letter to Black women. Welcome to a society, welcome to this part of the world where you can thrive, where you have rights, where you can feel safe, where no one's gonna force you to do what you don't want to do, where it's okay for you to be single without getting married, where it's okay for you to have all kinds of aspiration, healthy aspiration, and you would be able to achieve your aspiration. Welcome to the society where you can get financial support to achieve your business dreams, your entrepreneurial dreams. But first, let's start with this. What do you need to know? You need to know, first of all, your rights in this society. So if you're new in the Nordics, if you're new in Europe, make it mandatory to yourself to know your rights in the country or in the society where you are, because it's going to be a kind of protection or a kind of knowledge for you moving forward in that country that you have moved to. So know your rights. If you can't understand the language, you can always translate or meet a lawyer or meet someone that can help you, and know your rights. Know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. That would get you into having problems with the police, with the authorities. Know your rights and know your responsibilities to the society that you're in. Secondly, you have access to education. If there is one thing I love about the countries where we live in the north of Europe, is that education, the access to higher education is free. You can study as much as you want. And you can get CSN if you're struggling to take care of yourself while studying. You have CSN to support you. So use that. Get all the education you need. get your bachelor degree, get your master's degree, get all skills that you need, all sorts of education that they have in this country, have it. If you don't want to go to the university, get the other sorts of education. They have care assistant education, they have nursing assistant education, they have underhotelskar, they have all of this. If you know the one that works for you, if you want to work in the hotel, get the education, get the training, get the certificate. And if you're struggling with going to campus, most of this education are run online. Get those education, and they are free. Get them, okay? And once you're done with your education, go ahead and get a job. Start from anywhere. Start from anywhere. It could be starting from being a cleaner. It could be being a dishwasher in the restaurant or in the hotel. It could be a delivery person. Start from somewhere. And if you're struggling to get a job, there you have another thing that you can do, and that is why I'm happy that we are in this part of the world. You can lean to social welfare while getting your priorities set. While you're looking for a job and you're struggling to get a job and you're struggling to take care of yourself, you can lean to social welfare, and they would support you with your finances, with your accommodation, while at the same time you are getting the required skills that you need to advance to get a job. Use this. Don't feel ashamed to use social welfare. Don't feel ashamed. If you have to use it, go to the social and apply for this and get that job. Next is to take care of your mental health. I've seen some of our women whose mental health deteriorated, that they had to commit suicide, that they had to go back home, that they had to give up, that they were not happy, they were living in the country, everything wasn't going well. And when they're not living, it also reflects around them. Make your mental health priority. Dear Black women in North Europe, make your mental health a priority. Don't let anybody deteriorate your mental health. Not a man, not a woman, not friends, not peer group, not people back home. Not even family, don't let anybody deteriorate your mental health. Make your mental health priority. Go to the gym, go for a walk, do things that you love, travel, eat healthy, take care of you. The next one is cultural adjustment. So we move from different countries. We move from Africa, we move from Asia, we move from North America. We move from different parts of the world to this country. And when we move here, you will notice that our culture, or the way that they act, the way they speak, the way they behave here, the cultural values or the cultural way of behaving is somehow different from where we're coming from. We tend to be more extrovert, and here people tend to be more introvert. Learn to adjust to the culture here in Sweden without losing yourself. Adjust to the culture as much as you can, and make sure you don't lose yourself while doing that. Is find the right community. This is very important. Find the right community. And when I mean community, I mean the right kind of women that you want to be in your life, that you want to associate with, that you want to relate with. Probably women who are doing marvelously well in their career, people who are in politics, people who are doing, like people that you admire. Find the right community, or build the right community, and support networks. Meeting these women would inspire you. There might be times when you are so low and you need someone to encourage you or someone to talk to. Having the right network by your side would be a good time to use those networks. It makes no sense to, if you want a better life for yourself, and then you move to a country or countries in the north of Europe, and you're busy building networks with people who are troublesome, people who have no plans for their future, people who go against the law, people who have nothing good or who have not planned anything good for themselves. It means that if that's the kind of network that you're hanging around, there's a high tendency that your life will end up that same way as the network that you are hanging around with. And that means that you will have problem with the police, you will have problem with the authorities, your name will be in different case files. Anywhere they open, if they go to the police, your name is there. If they go to the social, your name is there. If they go to anywhere, your name is there. And that is not a good record. That is not something we want to leave for our children. That is not how we want the society to see black women. We want society to see black women as magnificent as we are, as smart and intelligent as we are, as go-getters as we are. I know moving to Sweden, before I moved to Sweden, I used to be very interested in politics. I am still interested. And then I moved to Sweden and I wasn't so much interested in the politics. First, I had to learn the language, and then I started to gradually get into the society, the culture, the politics. And one day I was reading the paper and I saw a black woman, Sabuni Inyamko. And seeing that woman, I was like, wow. By only seeing this woman being a political leader of, she was the previous political leader for the Liberal Party, I immediately joined that party. I joined that party and I endeavored to meet her and speak to her. I also have this other black woman that I saw. She used to be one of the political leaders in the feminist party. I didn't meet her, but I followed her on social media. I was reading her posts. I was marveled by her. Like, in a society where we are minority, here I'm seeing a black woman like excelling. And I think it's this kind of people are the kind of people you should surround yourself with. There are other black women doing things in their own ways. We have Otto, we have Lola, who is a 2 times, or not even 2 times, she's written books on Sweden, but we know mostly on the 2 books that she wrote about these 3 women who moved to Sweden navigating the society. And if you haven't read that book, go read that book. Surround yourself with the right network.